All right, guys, so here we have, this was number one on the worksheet that you guys requested. So it wants to find the area of this sector. And the thing is that our central angle here is in radian degree. I'm sorry, it's in radians instead of degrees. And our radius is 9 miles. Well, since I'm trying to find area, the area formula is going to be pi r squared times the fraction that I want, because I don't want the whole area. I only want a fraction of the circle. Well, what fraction? That's going to be theta divided by 360. Okay, so I want the theta, I want my angle to be in degrees, so I got to do some side work. I got to change this radians to degrees. So here's do a little bit of side work. So I'm going to take my angle, which is 4 pi over 3, and we need to multiply this by a fraction that cancels out the pi. And remember, the formula is going to be 180 divided by pi. It's always 180 divided by pi. That way the pi's cancel out. So now you just multiply straight across, the top with the top, the bottom with the bottom. So 4 times 180, that's going to be 720. And then 3 times, well, nothing, right? Because it got canceled. So basically 3 times nothing is 3. And 720 divided by 3, that's going to be a nice even number for us. That's going to be 240 degrees. So now this is what my theta is. My theta is 240 degrees, okay? That's the angle that I'm going to use in my formula up here, okay? That's where I'm going to use the 240. All right, so now because I've done the side work, I am ready to take the 240, which is what this central angle is, 240 degrees. I can use the angle and I can use the radius to plug into the formula. Okay, so now let's go ahead and plug it in and see what we get. So you're gonna stick with the pi. You're gonna use the pi symbol on your calculator. Our radius is 9, right? The radius is 9, that's here. That's the distance from the center to the edge of our circle. That is squared, so that's the 2 goes up here in our exponent position, times, and that's going to be a fraction. Well, our fraction is going to be theta, which is our central angle, which was 240. So 240 divided by 360. In my calculator, I'm going to type all this in. Pi times 9 squared times 240 divided by 360. I get a measure of 169.64, and I do want you to round to the tens place. So this number has to be 5 or higher for me to round up. In this case, it is not, so we will not round up. It will stay the same. So my answer is going to be 169.6, and because it is area, we need units, and our units are in miles. And area is always two-dimensional, so it's going to be miles squared, okay? Make sure that miles are squared. All right, so there's my answer. Okay. All right, guys, if you have any questions, let me know.